What's going on, Libra? So you are the last sign for me to do the Mercury retrograde in Pisces reading on. The theme of it is, why are they coming back? Well, I tried to work with your energy Friday, no go. I tried to work with it Saturday, a big no go. It was pretty bad. I spent a lot of time trying to work with it, and basically, I was getting that you needed to walk away, or you needed to leave somebody alone, or be willing to let them go. Doesn't mean that's the energy right now, but the reason I feel I could not work with your energy is because the person you were either disconnected with or emotionally disconnected with Saturday or Friday, even Sunday, somewhere in the weekend, you were already in connection. You were already having discussions. So this may not be the reading for everybody. It's going to be for specific group of people that have Libra in their chart. Now keep in mind, it doesn't just have to be your sun, moon, your rising, or your Venus, okay? It can be any planet placement. What was happening was Friday and Saturday, Venus was conjunct Neptune. Neptune is the planet of imagination, dreamy, lovey, and Venus is, about love and romance and beauty, relationships. So I feel that I could not pull your energy because you were already in some shape or form connected to this person, and it was not my place to pull the energy because it was already happening. And so another point is the full moon in Libra will be next month. It will be in the beginning of April 1st and 2nd, depending on where you are in the world. So whatever connection you had with this person, whatever emotional conversation or misunderstanding you were trying to clear up, me coming into that energy and trying to work with it was not going to work. I was extremely frustrated. I'm a Scorpio sun. So, sun is the masculine energy. It's the doing. So here I was trying to do your reading and being fixed, trying to bust through. My spirit team was like, no, too late. There's already some form of communication, connection already in the works. So that's what happens. Then Sunday into Monday, we had Venus going conjunct Saturn. So that's where, something could, whatever happened Friday, Saturday, well, Sunday into Monday could have been a little bit of a wake-up call. Maybe there was something that was said in this conversation that made you think, or maybe you said something that made your person think, okay? So there was a lot going on into the astrology, and it just wasn't for me to break in. So if you are in a relationship or have reconnected with somebody, it may have been a short period of bliss, happiness, very dreamy, very nostalgic. And then Sunday, you could have woken up and thought, whoa, what did I just do? I'm not sure I wanted to do this. Or you could have woken up and thought, okay, this is actually going to go somewhere. It can go either way. If for some reason you woke up unsure of how that connection went, the discussions that were had, between now and that full moon in Libra, you're seriously contemplating, am I being fair to myself? Am I being fair to this other party? Are they being fair with me? Is this a balanced connection? Is this where I want to be? So I could not touch your energy, and that's fine. So, and still right now, I'm not going to pull the tarot. I don't want to confuse the energy any more than it already is because of this connection you've already had, this, link up, whatever happened. I mean, I'll be honest. I witnessed my neighbor. Now, I don't know if he has Libra in his chart or if his situationship girlfriend does, but Saturday I ended up leaving to go have dinner with the family, and when I came back, my neighbor's girlfriend's car was in his driveway. Now, mind you, she has not been around in months. So I was witnessing these two come back because I've seen them fight. So it's been many years of them in and out, in and out, in and out. And they had a connection. And it did not last long. She was there for a little while. And then sometime early in the night, she ended up leaving. So she could have very well left, and both him and her thought, oh, that reconnection, I'm not sure that's going to go anywhere, because it never has. And so I'm witnessing this. Even a friend on Facebook, had nostalgia about, because him and I had a situationship, and so he's had many situationships, but he posted on his Facebook, oh, a picture of me and so, I love this picture. And this is somebody from way back in the day where we all are from the same area. And even he had nostalgia. She's a Libra, right? So I was witnessing it in real time with people having their reconnections and nostalgia. But the question is, where is this going to go, right? Should it end? Should it move forward? So Libra, if you've already connected with somebody recently, this is for you. If you have not, this is not for you. Check out your other placements that have been posted, okay? So Libra, I want to know, we're going to go into what is the blockage between you and this person, and then I'm going to go straight to the intentions, and then I may go ahead and pull what the shadow was, all right? I'm not going to do the tarot because your energy is currently in the works. And so I don't think I'll be able to break through it. If I couldn't do it Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, or actually I didn't even try Sunday, but Friday, Saturday, and I almost tried yesterday, and I just couldn't feel it. And so I thought, I'm not going to do it. It is not my place to do it, but we are going to take a look at what the blockage is. So Libra and their person, Mercury retrograde in Pisces. What was the blockage between them and their person? So yeah, this reading will be very different than the other readings. That's just how I'm called to do it, and that's what we do around here. We honor what needs to happen. Even if I'm frustrated Saturday and spending hours and hours trying to work with your energy, it takes even me time to say, okay, I need to back off. All right, so what is the blockage between Libra and their person? Whoa. Okay, we'll take this for fear of loneliness. Yeah, you stay in a bad relationship because you are lonely. Be okay with being with yourself. And remember, I told you the energy I was getting, even though I couldn't go any further, was, Libra, you need to let something go. You need to walk away. You need to leave it alone. Are you just afraid of being alone? Or is it your person? Reverse energies as it applies. Love sucks. it's giving you sticking with this person or still trying to make it work with this person is starting to give you a bad taste in your mouth about love. And really, it's not that love sucks. It's that you need to pull away and understand that who you're trying to connect with is not your person, even though you want it to be. Unsocial. Now's the time for you to get back out. So whoever you've been connected with, might have made you feel like love sucks. You've probably lost connection with friends, family, acquaintances, just getting out and about, right? And now I think it's time for you, between now and this next full moon, is to get out. Even if you get out in nature like these folks are doing. You can even go for a hike by yourself. It's time, because you're an air sign. It's time to get grounded. Even I have to do this, right? Because I have a ton of air in my chart. And you're afraid of being alone. So this is why you hold on to this person. This is why you reconnect. But I want to say this connection that you had, while it may have been nostalgic and felt like a moment of what you really wanted from this person or this relationship, it didn't last long. Saturn came in. The planet of karma came in and played and said, hey, do you have your boundaries up? Do you see this as a long-term goal? Do you see this person in your life? Or, do you have them around, or do you reconnect with this person just because you're afraid of being alone? Maybe you're afraid they will have other options and they'll be at a point where they can move on. But that's not for you to be concerned with. It's more of being concerned with yourself. So what are the true intentions here between Libra and their person they connected with? What are the true intentions? Yeah, you're getting a really bad taste in your mouth about love because of holding stronghold with this person in your life. And it's time for you to get back out and socialize with other people, not necessarily lovers. Just getting back out in nature and moving your energy away from this person, because I think the full moon in Libra is going to be very significant for you. That is the highlight of, okay, I've reconnected with this person. It's been a month. Have I gotten any further? Am I getting back what I've been putting in? Or vice versa. You could be avoiding your person and they could be holding on to you. You take that as it resonates. Because Libra, you can avoid conflict. So even though deep down in your mind, your subconscious mind, you feel, I need to get back out. I need to get social again because the person I'm connected with is making me feel secluded. Maybe they're wanting a lot of your time, your energy, and your attention. And it's taking away from you and your independence, and you're avoiding it. But by avoiding it, leaves the door open for this person to keep knocking on it, right? So it becomes this circular thing where it's, with the Mercury retrograde, here they come again. Here's the reconnect. And each and every time you connect, you're realizing this isn't working. And now it's time to wake up. So if you haven't done that by now, the full moon in Libra is definitely going to say, okay, am I being fair to myself, fair to this person? Are they being fair to me? Is this going to balance? Is this going to work? Right? Or am I just afraid of being alone? Or are they afraid of being alone, so they just keep connecting to me and keeping me held back from moving on socially? And then all of a sudden, you both have this bad taste in your mouth about love only because you're just holding on to the wrong person. Loan. So there could be financials. So somebody could be holding on for financial reasons. You know, maybe they've always needed to borrow money, or somebody feels they need financial assistance, so they hold on for those reasons. Past. So there's something in the past that lingers that you can't get over, or they can't get over. Yeah, big favor. So somebody might have had a past history of always needing some assistance, always asking for favors. And so that's what could have happened during this last reconnection, during these past few days over the weekend. Because I will say, I was frustrated. I got very heated, and that could be very part of this, is that somebody's like, oh man, here they come again. I thought we were going to have a nice dinner. I thought we were going to have a nice date. Here they come again. And something may have been said in the conversation that was slid in while it was all dreamy and romantic and lovey. And, you know, because a lot of people were coming together, having true emotional, loving connections, while others were connecting for the wrong reasons. So I'm not saying everybody connected and it was a bad experience, but it was going one way or the other. And it looks like with this energy, it was here they come. You know, they keep bringing the past into the connection in the future of, oh, I need this, I need help with that. We're still connected. And then this is where it gets into this cycle of love sucks. Love sucks because they only want you for something. They only need you to help them, hang a picture on the wall. They only need you because, well, I need a few extra bucks because, I'm a little short on paying rent this month, or, hey, I need to, take a trip. Can I borrow a few extra bucks? And as we know, when people, you loan them money, you're supposed to say to yourself, hey, I may not see this money back. Yeah? Hard. But, they always say, oh, I'll pay you back. I gotcha. And then the past just keeps, recycling the same thing over and over and over. Long story short, Libra, when I was pulling the energy and I couldn't get any further, it was definitely somebody needs to let go. Somebody needs to walk away. It's not going to change between you and this person, because I guarantee you they came back this weekend in the same manner they always have. And it could be somebody's afraid to let go because they don't want to let go of what there is financially here. Okay, needing some assistance, always needing something, rather than are we truly connecting because we love each other? And maybe that's what we're seeing. That's what the imbalance is. And you might need another month of this thinking about, is this going to work? And then the full moon in Libra, I don't know, haven't done those readings yet, but those will be on the other channel. This may pop back up where you realize this isn't balanced. This isn't a full balance of love. This is a balance of financials. And it could be somebody just is ready to balance for financials. The other one wants to balance because they're truly looking for love, not what it is they can loan somebody, not what it is they can do for somebody. All right, so let's look at the shadow. So this is a big one. Like I said, Libra, it was extremely frustrating. And maybe that's why it was frustrating, is because it wasn't necessarily a connection of, hey, we're going to have a nice dinner, we're going to have a nice talk, it's going to be about us, it's going to be about this connection, and it wasn't. It once proved itself again to only be about, I need your help. I don't love you, I need your help. What's the shadow here? The weight of the trauma. Stored trauma can create tension, fatigue, and pain. Healing requires releasing, not ignoring. And it's interesting here, she's got like a third eye there. So it's kind of like your third eye has not fully been open and awake. And so, like I had said, Libra, you have a tendency to avoid and ignore, shut out conversations or what the reality is, skirting around things because it's more convenient rather than facing what's really happening. And you may have constantly been skirting this situation with this person, and now it's time to face the trauma and not ignore. And healing starts with waking up to, this connection isn't about love. This connection is very one-sided. It's all about the finances. It's all about them needing me for something. It's not about, hey, I genuinely love you. I genuinely miss you. Let's work on this. But no, the past gets brought into the future, and it's favors and financials. And you're not about that. Between now and the full moon in Libra, you're definitely waking up to what is being said, waking up to what is really being happening, and understanding, this isn't the balance of love and financials, because you can definitely balance the both of them, but the scales are like this, right? You're more maybe wanting love, your person's more about, well, I need financials, or vice versa. Okay, you flip the energies of this reading as it works for you. But I hope you understand why I could not pull the tarot to really dig into the energy, because the energy is so twisted and thoughts are very up and down right now, because the moon was in the sign of Scorpio Saturday, I think even Friday evening, but definitely Saturday and Sunday. So anything that was said, you could have been like, wait a minute, what did they just say? The way they may have slid something in, you may have been analyzing it. So me trying to get into that energy was not going to work. And that's why I'm doing this here, and why I'm doing it with, let's just go into what the blockage is. What are the true intentions? And let's take a look at what the shadow is here. And hopefully that will help you between now and the full moon in Libra make that final decision of what you need to release. And is it this person? Because it's not genuinely love like maybe you're looking for. Because Libra, you are part of Venus, which is love, and if you're a Libra that has it twisted to where you're not necessarily mixing the love and money correctly, and maybe you're just focused on money, you could be looking at that yourself saying, well, maybe it is me. Maybe I am only attached to this person for financials, and maybe it's not both love and money. Maybe I really do want love. See, you take this as it resonates and add the energies and swap the energies as it fits. But this is what I have for you. I hope it was helpful. If not, this may continue when I do the full moon reading in Libra. So I'll be starting those soon, but those are on my other channel, the Intuitive Moon 1111 Tarot. Okay, so those will be coming out on that channel, just like the full moon in Virgo is already out on that channel. All right, I love you. I hope this was helpful. Hang in there and be fair to yourself and be fair to your partner. Okay, it's time to keep the scales balanced. All right, I'll talk to you soon.